Welcome back to episode number 2 of my Imperator Rome playthrough for Epirus. We are going for civilization building in this game. We're going to try to build as many cities up around in this area. That's provided that we can survive long enough and avoid being eaten by Rome and or Thrace. We could attack into Cavia, Dardania here, but that's into Macedon. We could stand down and wait, but standing down and wait does not get us any more disposable commercial income from our various territories or tribals demoting into slaves so we can move them into cities, etc. There are some cities we can conquer if we attack here right now. We'll trigger this tribe here as well as a fairly civilized sort here. I don't know whether they're tribal or not. It doesn't really matter what they are. They won't be that way for very long. It's an oligarchic republic. I was thinking, as we have hired this guy, we have 100 gold outlaid already. He has very little food. He has a fair bit of martial. We have our levies up and called already. I say there's no time like the present. Let's just do it. Get this ball rolling right along. We'll figure out where the chips are going to fall shortly. Let's get this guy down. What level 4 is that? Level 2, I say. Well, we're going to get these guys up to this area. We'll get our legion proper with our commander right down here. Is that the best of ideas? I don't really know. We've engaged the enemy here. Worked them over badly. Looks like we're going to catch the Isa crew out here with our beleaguered merc stack, but beleaguered, downtrodden, certainly should get it's over for them. It would appear as though the Istrian Navy is interdicting our access to that area there, so, well, what can I do? We'll not worry about it. You sold that last batch into slavery, drenched up a fair clip of money. We're going to siege these down. We actually have an extra combatant. Who are they exactly? Iapodia, the primary, Liburnia, Isa here, and then Istria signed on as well, unfortunately, so it may be a while. If we can separate peace out Istra, this navy will disappear, and then we can access this. It'll be a long war, but hopefully we can do it. Looks like that siege just fell. We'll take a gentle looting there. We're going to get you headed up here, and we'll recover our food supply in this area on the enemy's dime with our levy and our taxes there. Looks like a motley crew here has showed up. Luckily, we can engage them, I believe, all at once. What's the terrain here? Oh, well. Let's do it. Let's see what we've got. I think one of our legions is going to lead in, a smaller one, unfortunately, on the 7th. When do these guys get out? On the 12th. And the 12th, so we can hold off the 7th from engaging by, what would it be? Let's see here. 2 days. 2 days. We want to have him wait until the 1 and 2, and then we'll send him in with the rest. It is a slaughter. Good for us. Boom. Let's send a merc up to siege this. It would seem this joker here has started a war with someone else here, Chersos. And he happens to be the siege leader at present. Maybe we'll wait for him to wander off. Maybe that's all that I can do, really, because if we don't take this capital and we help him to take it, then that'll do us no good, and we'll be eating all of our merc's food, which he apparently still needs to replenish. I'm thinking on hiring a navy for 100 gold, probably. Let's see what we get here. Where is that? There's one right here. 314, 259. I really don't need a very large one, just one to get the job done here. How about you? Where are you? I see. Why not? Let's hire this merc right here. We'll get him de-exiled in our port here. We can carry on in that manner. Hopefully this guy will wander off or something. We stack wipe that army that was wandering about here. Let's head these guys up to this area here. We're going to bring the Merc down and see if we can take over this fine city with a 51 pop capacity. The siege phase timer here has disappeared, so I wonder really if there's anyone there. I'm going to find out. It's back. It's back. Let's take to the sea here and get moving. That guy came and then left, so he's gone, and maybe we'll be able to take the siege back. Did we make it here? We're on our way. Looks as though we have indeed taken the siege there. 28%. We've engaged this area here as well. Mostly gone. Let's see if we can bring you down. Just spend a bit of money, put some pops into our would-be new capital here, see if we can get these ratios right and some promotion going. Stack wipe this eastern army here. Let's head back up in this direction. Eastria tried to break our siege. We've sent him packing. That siege just fell, good for us. And let's see, our food situation is not particularly poor. Let's roll up there. We'll get you here as well. The siege of Isa just dropped, so we can get this Merc here perhaps. Better yet, we can take him via boat and assault this fort right here. Those Mercs unfortunately wouldn't fit on the boat, so we'll let him go. Let the boat go. I think we'll probably let these Mercs go as well because they're so far away from that siege or any relevant action. It'll make no difference at all. Just save some money. Get a positive income rolling through again. This guy could be a problem here. We'll find out shortly. I'm going to drop the manpower home in here for what it's worth. We're running low. That siege is down as well. Let's go and take this area and we'll finish this war. Alright, we're at 99 war score. Let's see what can be done. We'll take the lot. We are disconnected from this territory here by Chersos. I just filed a claim right now. We're going to try to close that out. And we are immediately will stand down our levies. Unfortunately, our taxes is... he's disconnected unless this guy will give us access. And we have a diplomatic route. He will do it. Good for us. What in the heck happened to my legitimacy? I really have no idea. I haven't paid it much attention. Sometimes I speed click through these pop-ups that happen. Something has happened, all right. Well, it's coming back up. Good for us. I destroyed all the forts. Let's get some claims right here. I think that's in Illyrian there. And then here is affiliated with Illyria. And that's all. So we can file a claim there as well. Maybe take Duria in this slot here. And then perhaps cease our activities and build some cities in these areas. Our general here has gone mad. She's a pretender now, so we'll just dismiss her and hold here. He'll give us the access. Let's get our troops back into friendly territory on this side of his would-be block. I was thinking we really need to colonize this city and maybe get some pops headed for assimilation, but we don't have the technology quite as yet, and our research rate is coming up, but not quite there as yet. We could use -10 aggressive expansion. I'll take it. And now we essentially have nothing left, but we have less AE, which will give us a higher stability. So I'm going to move some Epirus out of here up to this province and then try to colonize this city here. I cancel my base metals, no longer offense for light infantry, but we can get some vegetables from a couple of areas here, and then we'll be able to move our slaves at a 25% discount and get them to these cities where they can promote into freemen, citizens, etc. So my point is we have quite a few Epirus, whatever the case is. We're going to move them up and out of this territory here. How much money do we have? We have quite a bit. This area is topped off, so we'll probably grab a couple of there. Actually, probably more. And then we can move some non-Epirus or non-primary culture pops down. That sounds as reasonable an idea as not. Let's get these guys from Oracos up into our would-be new capital. And get them up here as well. Let's see, this is overpopulated now, so we'll get some of those pops. The more the merrier, perhaps. We'll move them here now. We still have a fair clip of money, good for us. And now we should be able to colonize that. We can. We'll move all of those primary culture pops into that city. Let's see how many are there now. So we can move anything 10 or less of any variety of pop we have. So maybe we'll just move. There's quite a few here. There. That should do it for the time being, as you know, the ratios are going to be well skewed. So these guys are going to be busy promoting for some time. We still have a fair clip of money in the bank. Maybe we'll get some non-primary culture pops down to this territory and then to these legacy cities that are wildly primary culture. So we'll use what money we have here. We've got a couple of those guys, this culture group there. We're going to leave one per. We usually want to leave two so they don't become decolonized. Well, this is a special case as we have Rome right on our border. And that's a huge problem. So let's see what we have here. We can move those pops here into the wildly primary culture city, and then we have a couple of capacities here as well. We'll get those guys in as well. So this is still wildly positive or primary, and these non-primary culture pops will at best promote to freemen. At worst, they'll mull about and be slaves, but we've skewed the ratios here such as some of our primary culture are going to promote to citizen and noble, get us more research, a higher levy count, legion count, and then most importantly a higher research rate. A couple of months or something back I dropped some improve opinion on Rome. It looks like he's willing to accept an alliance, and I don't see a reason really why we shouldn't ally with him. We could get drawn into something, but who knows really. He'll probably break it, but for the time being, it makes me feel safer. We can move pops about and get some research rates rolling here. So, note he's already level 3. We'd like to get double him at least before we engage him. Well, there it is. It happened. We've got to clear out of here. This Barb stronghold here. I think there's another one, a fairly strong one right here. And there's one here as well. We just have to deal with them. They're going to have their run of the place for quite some time. There's no way that I don't have the manpower or the money to cope with these guys. So we'll just clear out and hope someone else deals with them. Yeah, this game has just such an interesting sense of humor. There's another lot right there. I don't think there was a mod where you can turn the barbarians off. You know what? I don't know what to do really about this situation. I'm more of a builder than I am a sort of micro, let's chase the barbs around town or whatnot. I suppose it's part of, you know, the whole flavor of the tribal classical period in Illyria. Maybe I should buy City Skylines 2 or something. I don't really know what to say. I'd rather just not deal with these barbs and just sort of build. But then all the rest of the AIs would have to deal with them, as if they have any in their particular areas, like Rome. I suppose Macedon. I guess it's just me, really, that I suppose there's some down here in Egypt and such. But yeah, we're right in the center of Barb Central, as you could say. And then, of course, these guys are tribals, but I guess I chose the place. It's Epirus. I wonder if we offered this guy to just settle down. And maybe he could, he won't even have a tribal vassal. And look, they're sort of headed off. This one, who knows where he goes. I just moved a bunch of pops out from this home province here. Mostly evacuated there up in Apollonia here, and I moved some of Apollonia to this other city, which has a great capacity. This area has a nice capacity as well. This city here has a lot of capacity as well. We just need to get some proper pops in there, which are sort of getting hard to come by, really. At some point, I think we can move our capital. 80 PI sounds reasonable. Let's do that right now. So now our capital is in Illyria, and these provincial governor policies will be set permanently throughout the entirety of Illyria. Illyria, it is. So, if we were to say, set that for cultural assimilation, and that for cultural assimilation, and that for cultural, well, I think this is where the barbarians are, so maybe we'll just leave that be. They will assimilate and become our primary culture sooner than not, or at least at some point. As this is no longer our capital, we don't really need a fort there, so we'll save the money. Making 950, not bad. Now that was relatively painless. They seem to have come, said their piece, and then wandered off, the barbarians. Our claim just hit here. We can connect our territories. All we have to do is lose the access here and call up some levies. I think we can do it. I went and increased the size of the Legion of Illyria to its maximum level. We have a fairly competent general there, at least not incompetent. So let's go ahead and declare this war and see what happens. I topped out the food and waited just a little while. We should succeed, I think, at least. Apparently we may not. We've been worked over badly, it would seem. Oh! Okay. Well, that's just so very interesting. Our legate is dead, yeah. Perhaps I have a grander... Where did all these guys come from? That's a sizable levy, really. He must have proper policies. I guess we'll call up a mercenary. We'll have a 30 PI for 5 loyalty, not bad. Let's see, we have a researcher we need. Looks reasonable enough right there. On we go. I have our proper legion here retreating, and the Smirk stack headed up here. We'll retake that and then carry on. We defeated him here. We'll head up there. We may go for another war, perhaps. I think there's a claim here that we can action. There's a fair number, I see. How about you? We can do this while we have our Merc still hired. Or we could go for the Gusto. We may go for Gusto, maybe not, who knows. Let's see, we have a claim. That's a large defensive league. How about you? Are you actionable? He is. We may go for this area here instead. Who knows, really? Let's win this first, though. I'll take the PI for the 10 stability. We're almost done here. I think we're going to pivot back over here. There's a lot of pops in here, and they can be moved into these cities here that are mostly primary culture. We can mix the wrong culture here with the primary culture and promote these guys up into freemen, and then change the ratios sufficiently so that our primary culture pops here will reach citizens and or nobles. That's the plan. I don't think we have the capacity or ability to engage 3 of these tribes. They look fairly large, so I'll just leave that be for now. So there it is. We have connected our territories. We should be able to sue for peace. Equitable. We cannot do it. We can do it, though. Just had to occupy. Let's see. We'll take that and carry on. Grab some more characters. We can sell them into slavery. Let's head down here and see what can be done. The Romans have called us to arms here. We'll accept their offer. Hopefully nothing comes of it. It's over in this direction here. So good for us. We have a breakthrough there we just reached. Our research rate is not exactly high. Let's see if there's something we could take. I don't think we're quite at the point where we can get the theater as yet. And we'll just wait. And to see what pops can be moved out of this territory here up into these cities. Maybe there are some pops that have assimilated or something here. We'll give it a look and see if there are any primary culture. They're not. That doesn't mean we can't bring some of these primary culture pops up to these cities here. Let's see if we can just swap some pops out. Bring some primary culture up. And some non-primary down. I see. We have quite a bit of money, so it shouldn't be any problem getting it done. Move all these 12 up here. Where are they? Here they are. And then we'll move as many from this area here, down here, and then here. Let's move some pops. Non-primary Dalmatians. These, there's not really a whole lot there. That's in a city there, I see. That's essentially everybody. But we'll get them from Ryzen here, and we'll get them to Apollonia and repopulate some of those cities that we took the primary pops from here or here. So we'll move those guys here, there. The oracles, we want them there. So now we'll move them from Apollonia, at least the non-primary. And then we're going to move some of those Apollonians, say up here. Primary Apollonians. And that should do it. We should have 6 guys there with our former capital here is maxed out. So we can refill this with the non-primary pops we have there. And that is that. The ratios are probably a bit screwed up, but not really so much so. We still have... these guys are demoting because of the pop capital move. There's nothing that can be done. It's at 34. 34, we'll not worry about it. We popped another advance. We could get to gradual economic integration, which would give us a theater, but we really have no need of it as yet, as we have moved our capital to this Illyrian region, and we have the automatic governor policy working wonders already. Why should I spend more money on theaters that I sort of don't need? I can just wait for these guys to assimilate and then condense them into the cities as they do assimilate in these various areas. I'm going to call up a levy in Greece. Let's do it, get them up there, and declare this war. Let's declare the war right now. We can lock it in. Dardania is going to trigger, and good for us. I'm just a bit ahead of myself. I took a loss on my taxes proper, unfortunately, so we essentially have no manpower presently. The Kavians are trying an end around up there. We'll see if we can go and meet them. I'll take the PI. 42 PI is not bad. Our mercenary here is running out of food. Let's see if we can maybe assault that fort. We've done it. And we'll head up here. Maybe we should replenish our food, perhaps. Good luck with that. Maybe. We'll go right here. What if we went to try to assault this fort? What would happen? Let's grab a little food and see if we can assault it. Maybe we'll hire a different merc with some food. Well, here we are. We've arrived. Let's go ahead and assault it and see what happens. Boom. Looks like we popped it. Good for us. We can go right here and just sort of try to mop this up as best we can. It would seem we can do it, I think. All we need to do is secure this area. We just stack wipe this lot here. I think this guy is headed in this direction as well. And I think we may be able to close this out. So pretty much right now. 97, I think we can do it. Let's take as much as is possible. I see we can't do that. Why? I see we didn't take it. Well, we're not going to either. And that is that. I have a fair clip of PI, decent military experience. I'm going to give myself another, I believe it was 40. Another 10 years in rather than calling and disbanding. We have a fair clip of tyranny. We have more pops here. We can sell into slavery, get even more tyranny. Do we want more? We probably don't. But more to the point that actually we should, because we can sell these guys and use the money to move pops from this area here down into these cities, which are, I believe, primary culture. Like here we can get any 9 of any type, essentially, except Dalmatians. Here we can get 13 of pops of multiple varieties, and here I think the city's pretty much topped out. I'm going to do all that. I'll be back. Some primary culture pops are starting to appear here. There's one in this area. So all we need to do is get a pop from wherever there, and then we can get move that pop to our city and have him promote to citizens and nobles, etc. Check the ratio there. We have plenty of room. Previously, we did not have the pops, as I don't think there were any primary culture pops there. Now there are 3. I sold this lot here into slavery. I moved pops out of this provenance. I still haven't messed with this provenance or this one. I want to wait until I can get another vegetable import here, get a bonus. There's no rush, really. The Romans are still at war, and they're not piecing out, so we're still not... I don't think we're losing it at a inherent rate because we're at the aggressor in Rome's war. It looks as though we can indeed stand down our levies. Disband them immediately. Rome is on the prowl again here. Syracuse now. How much would we burn if at peace? Probably not really all that much. 0.08. Oh, that's war exhaustion. Hold on a minute here. What is that? So we get 0.03 for being at peace, essentially irrelevant, so we'll take the offer, why not do it? That trade route never really came. We have a lot of capacity here. I think we have some capacities, either of these cities here as well. This one especially has a few pops in it. I'm going to evacuate these pops anyway for 25% more than I really should pay, but what do they say? A pop in the hand is better than none at all, or something like that. I get these pops out of that area into here, these vacant cities of our capital region, and we'll go right here as well. Let's see, we have 16. I don't think we could break that ratio if we tried. Let's see. Nope, not even close. We'll let some tribals go wherever it is they're going to go, which is not here. I'm going to use some of our traditions here for, let's see, 5% morale. We'll get some freemen as well. We need the manpower as well as the primary culture pops. What has that done for? I think some appeared in Isa. I think is, let's see here. What happened? We now have 6 there, so we are the primary culture pops. I'm going to move some of these pops from this, I believe it's this territory, this province here, down into the Isian city with the money that I have. I probably should have switched over to a commercial stance long ago, unfortunately. Better late than never. So let's see what happens to our money. $15 now, good for us. Oh, it looks like Egypt has done a number on Thrace badly. Hopefully they don't become interested in us, but sort of it's a relief not to have the local Thrace. The AI could think it would know that it's a little far out there for it to be engaging us, but who knows what goes through its mechanical mind and such. We have 4 in the bank. I'm going to take this Diplo reps, and then the theater one. Maybe we'll build a theater in our capital. We have 2 still. Let's see if something can be done here. I don't think there's really much that can. Actually, there is sort of. It would seem as though these guys are no longer as closely associated as they once were, so maybe we can roll up there and see about procuring that area. Let's see if we can get a proper legion or a levy called up here. And do it without calling up any mercs. Have I had better ideas than that? I'm pretty sure that I have, yeah. I'm 100% positive I've had a lot better ideas than that. This guy is useful. I think we can afford him. We're going to use him. We're going to roll up this area. There was a civil war going on here. It's no longer actionable or active. At least it wasn't. The Dorian revolt is gone here now. Whatever the case, I think we can take Kataria and Duria, and perhaps Ditonia as well while we're at it. Got a job. Somebody gave somebody a job. 115 gold, good for me. I'm gonna move some of these pops out into the cities again. See if there are any pops available willing to move. Let's get this war rolling. Looks like some city-state here and Sardinia declared war on Rome. I thought Rome had declared on us for a minute. I realized we were allied and happy. In fact, they love us. I saw a big red flag. It looks like we stack wiped the first group, and then it looks as though we'll be able to get the rest of these guys piecemeal, hopefully. Thank goodness for First Levy of Greece. Well, we won. That's what we know. We're going to assault this fort, get on with our day. Let's head over here. Let's reinforce this effort here immediately. just dropped that siege. This province should occupy. This one is not in Illyria. It's in Pannonia. I don't really want to mess with it, so we'll just leave it be. We have a 99 war score. We should be able to take that without incident. Let's do it. Oh, we've done it. And I think we can declare war here as well right now. Oh, was this Doria? Look at that. Well, let's do that right now and keep the ball rolling. Just stack wiped a couple of armies here. We'll just do some drilling. This guy is sieging down this fort. May as well assault this, or at least try. See what happens. Looks like we've done it. And I don't think we have any other combatants about. We'll go down here. Going to assault this fort. Try to close this war out. Boom. So that should do it. 100 war score. Let's peace out. And that should do it. So we control essentially all of Illyria now and can move a bunch of, quite a few of these pops into the cities that we inherited. Mostly I haven't not as yet built one, but we have several cities here. This one comes to mind here. It's kind of hard to get primary culture pops up that far this early, but who knows, we have had the cultural assimilation policy going. And maybe I'll build a theater with the money that I get from selling this whole lot here into slavery. That should do it here for this episode. Let's see what we're looking at here. We're pretty large. We have a need of manpower, that's for sure. If Rome looked cross-eyed at us, it would get ugly really fast. Luckily, they are our ally and like us. Egypt is there, but it's sort of wonky if they were to attack. Who knows whether they would even bring any troops. Macedon is invading the Antigonid kingdom. And there's various other things which are very little matter to us. So, seems to be working out so far. We survived the early game. We'll see if we can survive and thrive into the mid. I hope to see you in the next episode.